Recently, a premium cookie quietly made its way into India and suddenly found itself everywhere. On Instagram Reels, food vlogs, cafe menus, and kirana store shelves. The biscuit is called Biscoff. Until recently, many Indians may not have heard of the name unless they were exposed to global food trends on TikTok or had traveled abroad. Biscoff comes from Lotus Bakeries, a Belgian company that has been in the bakery business for over 100 years. While longevity often signals expertise, what truly fuels Biscoff's popularity is not just its legacy, but its distinct caramelized flavor, something that feels familiar yet different at the same time. For years, Biscoff was associated with Europe. It was commonly served alongside coffee in cafes, used as a base for cheesecakes, or crushed over desserts in high end restaurants. In many places, it was positioned as a luxury biscuit, something indulgent rather than everyday. And while the brand was selling already at scale, huge scale across Europe and other global markets, the leadership at Lotus Bakeries saw a much larger opportunity ahead. Why India and why now? Jane Boone, CEO of Lotus Bakeries, made it clear that India was not just another market entry. The ambition was bold to make India one of Biscoff's top three or four global markets in terms of sales and profitability. That ambition rests on a few strong observations. First, India is one of the largest and fastest growing consumer markets in the world. Second, a significant portion of the population is young. Gen Z alone accounts for more than 25% of India's population, and this generation is deeply influenced by global trends, especially food culture. Globally, Biscoff related content has crossed 1.8 billion views on TikTok and other social media platforms, largely driven by Gen Z creators and audiences. From Biscoff cheesecakes to milkshakes and ice creams, the biscuit has already built a strong cultural presence online. For Lotus Bakeries, this wasn't just hype, it was proof of demand waiting to be unlocked. The Mondelez partnership, making premium local. To make this ambition realistic, Lotus Bakeries partnered with Mondelez India, the FMCG giant behind household names like Cadbury and Oreo. This partnership was crucial. Boone said in a media roundtable, we could not conquer India on our own. The distribution is complex. Thus, instead of importing the product and keeping it expensive, locally made Biscoff cookies is hitting retail shelves and online channels across the country. Mondelez began manufacturing Biscoff locally at its Rajasthan plant. Local manufacturing meant lower costs, fast distribution, and most importantly, the ability to price the product for Indian consumers. The price strategy itself tells a story. 10 rupee entry pack to remove hesitation and encourage first time trials. Rupee 80 mid-size pack for casual repeat buyers and rupees 110 large pack for households or dessert use. This pricing clearly signals that while Biscoff may be premium in perception, it does not want to be inaccessible. The real insight: India's chai habit. Beyond Gen Z and social media, Lotus Bakeries identified something deeply Indian: chai and coffee culture. In India, biscuits are not just snacks, they are companions. Morning tea, evening chai, office breaks, train journeys, roadside stalls, biscuits show up everywhere. The company saw an opportunity not to replace this habit, but to premiumize it. To offer a biscuit that feels a little special without feeling unaffordable. In theory, the logic made sense. After the hype, what do people actually think? Now that Biscoff has been in the market and people have actually tasted it, the response is mixed, and that's important. Some consumers genuinely enjoy it. They like the caramelized sweetness, the crunch, and how different it feels from regular tea biscuits. For them, Biscoff works well with coffee or as an ingredient in desserts like cakes and ice creams. Others feel it is overhyped, too sweet for daily chai. Interesting, but not something they would buy regularly. And then there are many who tried it once and went back to their habit biscuits. Parle-G, Marie, Good Day, brands that are deeply emotional and routine driven. Trying Biscoff once makes sense. At rupees 10, the risk is minimal. You are not committing to a luxury purchase, you are simply satisfying curiosity. But regular consumption is a different story. One very practical reason people hesitate to switch permanently is quantity. Let's be honest. For rupees 10, the number of Biscoff biscuits you get compared to something like Parle-G is very, very different. In India, value for money is not an abstract idea, it's something people feel in their hands. Who does Biscoff really compete with? This is where the story becomes more nuanced. Biscoff is not a threat to mass market habit biscuits. Those are bought automatically without thought, often daily. Habits like these do not change easily. However, Biscoff could put pressure on the mid premium biscuit segment. Brands that rely on slightly better taste, packaging, or indulgence to justify higher prices. If Biscoff gains traction, these brands may need to innovate more, improve flavors, or rethink pricing. For consumers, this could be a win. More competition often means better choices, improved quality, and new flavors in the long run, especially for those with a sweet tooth. So, while Biscoff may not replace habit biscuits, it does add something new to the market. What do you think? Have you tried it yet? Did it live up to the hype for you? And would you ever replace your regular biscuit with Biscoff? Let me know in the comments. Take care.